When we had last left the Spacefarer, they carried out with investigations as spurred forward by Keeper Achilles. They traveled out and met with other religious figures who would perhaps shed some light on the mysterious Unity and Pilgrim. But their search ended up not bearing too much fruit, though Achilles kind of somehow already knew some information and divulged it to them. So it was time to head out to Indum. This is Starfield. Welcome back. Zoop, zoop, zoop. There we are. Let's do exactly that. Actually, first let's go... I even went to track it. Yeah, let's go check back in with SS and N. And then we'll go out to Indum. Alright. There we are. And is it over in... is it over in this section? I think so. Just a bit further out, though. Okay, we'll do that. Man, every time I see it at night, it's gotta be said. New Atlantis just looks so much better at night. Like... It's just demonstrably
Can you
true.
imagine how many credits flow through this place? Figuratively, of course.
Okay, over here. Even better because of all the monitors and stuff, all the displays used on the walls. They just pop so much better at night too. And when the spaceport goes into alert mode, you know, all of those also pop even better. The way the storefronts pop, it just looks so good at night. It's ridiculous. Okay. Hello. Got more information for you.
My source is back. Here to report
I
anything
bet
else?
whoever came up with bad news travels fast wasn't taking interstellar distances into account.
That's right, Sarah. Okay.
You have that
hey.
look in your eye. What's the scoop?
Captain Petrov's ship, the Scow, was robbed.
I already interviewed an ex-pirate about the robbery, but she was as reliable as good coffee around here. So you were there when it went down? What were you doing there?
Well, I'm something of an ex-pirate myself. I was making a delivery. Wrong place, wrong time. That's not really relevant, but I was there. Huh. Should I lie or should I deflect? We can't actually out ourselves. That's not relevant, but I was there.
Well then, let's continue, Mr. Not Really Relevant. Tell me about this Captain Petrov. I've heard he was a bit of an eccentric. What was your impression of him? You did meet him before he died?
Petrov was a hoarder and liked to collect anything strange or unusual. He had more credits than sense, real full of himself. He was a character, all right. I liked him. He liked to collect anything strange or unusual.
I would have loved to have seen it. I'm sure it would make a good story right there. No one seems to know exactly what was stolen, but everyone agrees it was valuable.
Well, yeah,
Care to
why
shed
would
some light on it?
why would the thief have stolen something that wasn't valuable? Beats me. I got out of there as quick as I could. A giant golden statue of a giraffe. It was an unusual artifact dug up on some planet. Should we tell them the truth? Yeah, fuck it. I mean, the city's already been attacked. There's literally been an attack here. Alright. It was an unusual artifact dug up on some planet.
Artifact, you say? I've been hearing whispers about those lately.
Literally?
Last question. About, and I'm quoting, a zoo gone wild.
Oh.
The other source swore up and down that alien creatures got out of their cages and went on a rampage. Please, please, please tell me she was telling the truth. It's got to be some Aurora-induced hallucination.
That's 100% correct. Don't believe everything you hear. Why do you want it to be true? Why do you want it to be true? Maybe it'll make for a better story. Why do you want it?
Besides the ratings? I just want to live in a galaxy where eccentric millionaires have out-of-control zoos. But, just give it to me straight. Zoo. Fact or fiction?
I don't know how I feel about the framing that she wants to live in a universe where millionaires have out-of-control zoos. I don't know how I feel about that. It's 100% correct.
Some days, it is worth it to get out of bed. I love it. This is just a plain old good story. Check the newsfeed for it later. And here's
Except
your
all the
payment.
killing.
When you first walked into my office, I had no idea you would be at the center of so much. And I get the feeling you're not sharing everything.
I've told you plenty, though. So what if I am keeping stuff to myself? I doubt you'd believe everything I've seen and done. Some secrets aren't mine to tell. Ooh, I like 3 and 4. Some secrets aren't mine to tell.
I get that. Really. I do. I talked with the editor, and he authorized a special bonus for someone who's worked with us
Oh, did we
so
do them
long.
all?
And maybe one day, years from now, you can fill me in on the stories you didn't want broadcast. Take care, Constellation.
Oh, wow, we actually did all of them. Huh. That's wild. I thought there would be more involving the main quest. I guess, like I said before, they could always loop her back in, you know, especially if we do something with the expansion. That said, the Shattered Space is liable to all be self-contained in one system, you know? So, shit, for years, news hasn't really gotten out of there anyway. Why would it suddenly happen now? Okay. Because and as well, I'm assuming that the only reason we're able to get there is because of events transpiring in the main story, right? Okay, I think I know the Unity Pilgrim's final resting place. It's on the second planet of the Indum system. Okay. Show me the money. Have we been here before? Yeah, we have. Okay. Indum 2. Set a course. Pilgrim's Rest. Be funny if I'd been on this planet. Right, like if... Yeah, if you've... Whoa, whoa.
Damage sustained!
Oh, House Varun. Funny seeing you all out here.
You have
Target's grab drive is down. So sorry, folks. Ah! And their grab drive is fried.
Good. Destroy or board. Oh. I wonder if you could board and then destroy and it counts as 2. Yeah, I didn't check what our next perk was for. Or for our next rank of ship command. Yeah. Huh. Is there a way for us to check how many crew an enemy ship has? I have no idea. So were they here for a reason? Tied to our quest? Freestar Security. Hello?
We really showed those Varun zealots who owns these skies. My crew wants you to know how much we appreciate the help. Any way we can repay you?
Y'all own the sky? Okay, how about some extra repair parts?
Done. Thanks again for the help. Over and out.
Thank you. Okay. Good. I guess, they, burned the land, boiled the sea, and they did take the sky from thee. From thee! Do you like that? Oh, God. What a hell. Okay, let's go over here. Let's see. Oh, God. Where is the other one at? Oh, shit. There's actually more? Oh, my eyeballs. Look at that. There's actually a ton of ship parts. Okay. Great. And then... Let's land. Give it a scan too. A very strong magnetosphere. Atmosphere is standard. It's kind of cold. Water is safe. This may be a safe enough place to just land. We'll just get thermal protection. Okay. The energy weapon dissipation skill. Well, we'll never know.
Looks clear. Initiating landing sequence.
Alright. And let's get up. We'll take a look at what we've got for thermal protection. Alright, down here. Excuse me. Over this way.
Any new orders for me?
Look at Hadrian go, my god. Shit. I can't fuck Hadrian, but damn, she can sure fuck the ladder. Okay, over here. Oh, we've already got the thermals on. Well, how about that? Should we do a little nap? Get an XP bonus? I think so.
Great.
There we go.
Now I'm more tired than when we went to bed.
Good god, man. Alright. It's amazing how many lines they have for her. That's the real shock, is how many lines they have for her to just, like, indirectly refer to the fact that we just fucked. You know, it's not like there's just 2 or 3 that loop incessantly. There's quite a fucking few. Okay, let's do a quick save and head on out.
Cycling airlock.
Hey, Vasco. I forgot sometimes you came out here and looked around. Yeah, you're like one of the only followers that does that, huh? Alright, let's take the fucking dope-ass car. Oh shit, there we go. Let's see. So we need to go over here. Got a whole bunch of other junk out here, too. Okay. Should we do any scans on these? Uranium here. Uranium fever has done and got me down. I'm sorry. I play a lot of these games. Good.
Full speed ahead.
Oh! Hoo, 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 hoo. What are these little guys? Milliwhale filterer. It's like a millipede, but a whale. Oh my god, they're extremely cute looking. Oh my god, they're extremely cute looking. Hang on, I have to get out and look at them closer. Holy shit, they are so cute. Look, yeah, I see the whale part. It has like a whale Thanos chin. Oh my god. Are these the cutest creatures we found in this game? Look at them. God, I want to take one and have it on the ship. There's more over there. Here, let's get the car and scan them. Do I need uranium for anything? I don't think we do. Good. Wait, is that a second flavor of it? No. Okay. What is that, though? A hunting trap maw. Is it also cute? No, it's disgusting. It's got some kind of horrifying spines.
Got anything on your scanner?
Yeah. Milliwhales. 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 Look at all this fucking uranium, though. Some kind of plant. A Calis pokeweed. Okay. I was hoping we would see some more. Oh shit, there's big stuff too. Toadface grazer. Wait, are these kind of cute too? Oh, they got killed by the trap maws. the toad faces are kind of fun. They're kind of funny looking. But nothing like the Milla whale. Yeah, I think the Millie whale is unquestionably the cutest thing we've ever seen. Okay.
And off we go.
Any enemies out here? I don't think so. Pilgrim's Rest. Look, a whole bunch of rock cairns. Okay. It's a regular old Elder Scroll out here. Wow, did you see that? The car actually did kick up some dust for a bit. Hold up. Yeah, look at how the dust, like, slowly dissipates and moves around. It's not just, it only shows up at the back of the wheel, you know? Huh. Yeah, the only thing I want more on the car is I do kind of wish there was some sort of handbrake so that way I could do sick, like, donuts and twists and turns and shit. You know? I love double turbo. Double turbo is very good, too. Oh, I can't even examine this. I guess because it's too close to here? Okay. Sure. Yeah, it's an outpost. Very Aquila reminiscent architectural style. Using stone like that. Free stuff. Pilgrim's Riding. Okay, you know what? Last time I titled the video The Pilgrim's Path or whatever, sort of as a nod to, you know, the eponymous the iconic Elder Scrolls book, The Pilgrim's Path. Though I think it only exists in Morrowind, right? But man, we really are getting riding here too. Pilgrim's Riding 1. The credulous simplicity of mundane humans never ceases to amaze me. My worst instincts, the evil spirit, draw me towards a form of contempt for them, but I remember that I am privy to that which they are not. I cannot and should not judge them for a lack of vision, when I know very well the blinders which obscure their sight. I once wore them myself, after all. I hope for their sake that they may someday understand, but for my sake, I wish to be left alone. Well, we definitely aren't doing that. Whoa, you got a little toilet. I amped crazy. Anything else here? Pill bottle. Sure. Oh. Writing number 5. Jeez, we sure skipped a fucking few of them, huh? Let's look in here first. Unlock personal room. If you came seeking the right answers, you will know what question to ask. What are you talking about? How do I open this door? Where's the food? What is the unity? Where's the food? Return when you know the right question. Okay, well, I guess we'll never get in. Should I read the book now? I would like to go in order. Are there signs of more books in there? Maybe. Okay. What is the unity? I return your question with a question. You know, that's considered pretty rude, actually. If you have read my writings, what is the burden of people? Fuck, okay, I guess I need to read part 5 then. Alright. Pilgrim's Riding 5. I find myself thinking about his various pasts and my possible futures. I imagine continuing on the road, acquiring more power, more knowledge, more development of myself. I imagine passing through once more to another world to begin the process anew. What is notable here? That road does seem gratifying. Every step is one intrinsic reward, and I feel myself anticipating the pleasures and seeing a more contented version of myself in that future. Then, for the sake of considering all possibilities, I imagine if I took a different path. If I stopped running, stopped seeking to gather my own power. If I instead embraced the twinges of compassion I feel in my heart, and let myself care for the people who seem to gather about me wherever I try to work. If I simply lived and taught, and perhaps brought others to the light, and died. That road also seems gratifying. I also see a contented version of myself in that future. Here is the difference, though. When I stop thinking about the glories I could achieve for myself, the pleasures fade. The pleasure fades nearly immediately. When I stop thinking about staying and building something, the feeling endures. There's something more sustaining about it, more fulfilling. I don't know what this difference signifies, but I am grateful for the time I've taken to notice it. Okay. Well, that didn't really answer the question that the computer poses, does it? Sure, well. Unlock personal room. Well, no, maybe the writing is elsewhere. Right? Is there another part of this little camp that we can go to? Oh, there is. Is there another book out here? Oh, there is, yeah. Part 2. So here is the crux of my troubles. To accomplish anything, I need to work with other people. I need assistance. I need workers. I need hands. As we work together, they inevitably ask questions, and I can never help talking. It starts innocently enough. They want to understand how someone who believes in science can also believe in the divine. Or they have their own misunderstanding instilled by some borderline religious remnant. My weakness is my inability to let alone. I want them to understand. So I try, gently as I might, to nudge their minds along the right path. Then there are follow-ups and followings. The trouble is that I genuinely care for these people. It would be so much easier if I didn't. Okay. Anything else over here? Take that. So we're missing a 3 and 4. Oh, there's 4. And there's 3. Okay, 3. Today, in a soft voice, my assistant asked me if there was anything above the Unity. It was all I could do to keep from shouting that I could scarcely comprehend the misunderstanding that would lead to such a question. It was asked honestly, and I answered as best I could. But if even my closest confidant here can fail to grasp the most basic of these truths, why am I bothering to explain any of it to them? Every word that drops from my mouth gets gobbled up, misheard, misremembered, misunderstood, and mistranslated before I can issue the slightest clarification. People are necessary, but people are madness. I attempted to withdraw, to go off alone, to commune with Unity in my own way. They followed. Of course they followed. Huh. Okay. Pilgrim's writing 4. At last, a bit of peace. A piece of peace. Is that anything? Is that funny? Why am I trying to be funny? Have they driven me mad at last? Is there a difference between writing to myself and talking to myself? The former certainly seems more acceptable than the latter. I recall again that my mind is my own, and that even if only it exists, that is sufficient for me to believe in everything else. The unity has restored me once more. This time I act alone, for now. Myself is a formidable opponent. I should have expected as much, but vanity is, thankfully, not among my vices. Regardless, it turns out time spent in solitude is, in my case, time with a very sick man, or whatever it is I've become. I don't like this person. Oh shit, I accidentally took a helmet. Anything here? Good. Yeah. So this definitely leads credence to sort of the, like, agender or gender non-conforming aspect of these beings, you know? Like we've encountered before with other ones. Where it's kind of deliberately left very, like, nebulous or fluid, if you will. It makes me wonder, this pilgrim who got followed, like the people that they met, were they also the people that they met and everything? Were they the people that we know as, like, the Hunter or Agent No One? Right? Is that them? Okay. Let's pop this open. What is the unity? Okay. If you have read my writings, what is the burden of people? People are necessary, but people are madness. They're too heavy. People gotta go on diets. We all seem to end up just fighting each other. No, that's for Fallout. This one is Fallout. And I guess this one is just Elder Scrolls, sworn to carry your burdens. People are necessary, but people are madness. Who is your most formidable opponent? The Hunter. Myself. No one. Ooh, what if the Hunter is the Pilgrim? What if they're one and the same? Myself. Where does enduring contentment come from? In growing stronger, becoming better. In growing, becoming better, stronger. A nice cool drink on a warm day. In stopping. In embracing compassion. I mean, it's this last one, right? You came here seeking the true meaning of unity. If you still wish to find it, there is one final piece of myself in the next room. I found my own answer a long time ago, but not in the way I was expecting. I hope your journey gives you the truth. Ooh. Okay. We're getting a lot more introspective than I was expecting. Okay. Oh. Pilgrim's final writing. Whoa. What a book. Is it, like, bound in actual leather? Pilgrim's final writing. I don't know what the correct answer is. I might never. Increasingly, though, I am comfortable with not knowing. The more I reflect on being here, in this world, in this time, the more I think it is precisely where I need to be. This time will be different. It won't be about me, so I won't have to run. I can actually build something with intent instead of scrambling to fix something that others create in my name. It can be something beneficial. I can be something beneficial. I'm leaving behind that other person. This world has no place for him. Let him die. Let me live to enlighten the blessed universe before me. You have found the end of my journey, but to know everything, you must find its beginning. On Gila 2, the island hides the scorpion, and the scorpion's sting hides the truth. Find the scorpion's sting on Gila 2. Okay. another bed here. Sure. Tracker's Primer 2. Permanently increase particle weapon damage by 5%. Huh. Some turkey. I'll take it. A manifold. Take it as well. Little bits of money and stuff. Meal kit. Okay. Sure. Well, I guess we're heading out again. Okay. Let's fucking do it. Alright, head on out over here. And I guess we may as well just fast travel immediately from this place, huh? Or no, we should lift off properly. Right? Okay. Let's see here. Oh, whoops. Let's close the map. And we'll just fast travel to the ship. Good.
Just give the word and we'll get underway.
Okay, so let's take off in case we have like a weird rando encounter in space.
And with that, our next adventure starts.
Great. I can't believe how all of the like incidental followers seem to have unique dialogue for little moments like this.
Complete. You may now move freely about the cabin.
Okay. Good. I like how Barrett comes over the intercom and talks like an airplane pilot, right? like an airplane captain or whatever. Good. And then let's go over here. And oh gosh, all the way this way. Yeah, we have been to Hyla. Okay. But not to this one. Or no, wait, not to this one. Sensor contact out here. Okay. Ancient ruins. Aaron's camp. Explored. Huh. Yeah, I've actually been on this planet then. Wow. I wonder if, like I was about to mention, I wonder if you can accidentally just run into these. You know? Is it possible that you just land on one of these planets without knowing you just find this shit?
Landing site is sufficient. Taking the ship down.
Like, could you massively sequence break in the main story? Oh, shit, where are we landing? Oh, okay. Shit, we're like in a caldera. Okay. Good. Well, let's exit the ship. This is a nice little place to build like a log cabin.
Captain,
do some
you
writing.
Require my assistance?
Okay. Let's see. Pipeline substation. Bunch of silver in the ground here. Well, let's obviously take the fucking car. Why would I not? See you, Vasco. Smell you later. What is this fucked up creature? Is this friendly? It's a hunting Ikurodon. Well, it can fuck right off. Oh god, it's really strong. Okay. Sarah, get out of the car. Oh, it's level 60. Look out, Vasco! Does that hurt Vasco when I do that?
Emergency. Circuits overloaded.
Good god, that thing was strong as shit. Okay, you know what? Maybe this isn't a good place to get out of the car, actually. Okay. Head on over here. I do kind of like that extreme difficulty is kind of necessitating me using this ridiculously overpowered weapon, right? Because if I take this thing out, it's like a fucking pea shooter, you know? What am I really accomplishing by using the fucking Lawbreaker? Not much. And it's even advanced. Only 109? You gotta be fucking kidding me. That's like dog shit. Okay. You know, I didn't even check this planet's whole situation before we got out here, but I don't know. It's a main story area. I would assume that it would be
Zeroing in on anything
okay.
useful?
Yeah, we are zeroing in on a scorpion sting. It feels like we're getting close to the end of the game, but that can't be, right? Like, look at how many fucking extra little knickknacks I gotta collect. Okay. Oh, fuck. There's more of these hunting Ikurodons. I'm just gonna fucking shoot them, dude. I'm just gonna fuck them up. Are we drawing the aggro of the one on the left, too? Oh, fuck, there are a bunch. Watch it, Sarah. Whew. Shit, your weapon's actually pretty damn efficacious. Shoot the shit out of that. God, the explosions look so dope. Look at all the particle effects like bouncing off. Dog, they have like nested here. Okay. Are there any more? Turning on my detect-o-matic. Doesn't seem like it. Well, this is a different type of looking thing. Look, this looks like a fucking word wall. I'm gonna hear the old chanting Yords of yore. Nords of yore. Yords of yore. Ooh. Okay. Yeah, the scorpion, I see. Huh. Circles, but also kind of a starburst triangle shape. Oh, it's a constellation. Hey! Sarah, like us! Oh, shit! Oh, I didn't see this before. A glyph? Oh, is this like a puzzle? Okay. Huh? Well, I should definitely point it at something. Look at this shit, Sarah. It's like a crane game. I never win them. What if I just make it come out of there? No, it can't be done. Okay. Oh. Go to the last star of the Scorpius constellation. I don't know, this looked like one of the things I had to walk into. Well, I got incredibly lucky just assigned to shoot the beam right there. Huh. Okay. Sure. I don't know. Oh, are these its pincers too? These are the pincers of the scorpion. Wow, okay. Sure. You think there's anything up there? I don't know if we have enough boost to get up there. Yeah, I don't think so. Look, and this is its scorpion's ass.
Jump down after you.
No, Sarah, you don't have to. Okay. Over here. This is some of that good shit. No, it's silver. Do I need silver? I don't think so. Okay. Yeah. Little Cauldron Lake area. Weird. Okay, well, I guess we'll lift off and go look for the next one. Alrighty. Should we lift off properly? Why not? Heard like a little tiny creature going.
I picked up something you might be interested in.
Well, thanks, Sarah. I'll have to look at that later. Good, good, good.
Ship's good. Buckle up and let's go.
Okay. I can't lie, I'm quite looking forward to our next big ship redesign.
Red apogee, surrounded by stars and the vastness of space.
Okay, let's pop this open. Last star of the Scorpius constellation. Show on map. This is a constellation? I don't see it. Can we connect them? Is there a way in which we can connect them so I can meaningfully see and understand the constellation? I don't know. Does it do it itself with my fast travel points? Because that's the only time we get a connective line. Yeah. Yeah, I can't make sense of it. Yeah, I don't know. It's very difficult to comprehend in a 3D space like this. It's actually easier to make sense of when you're looking at a sky, you know? Because at least you can more easily conceptualize it as a 2D space, you know, for a constellation where you connect the dots. But when it's in partly 3D, being able to move shit around like this definitely complicates shit. Okay. You know what? I'll trust in the system. Or maybe it's whenever it's at rest. You know? When it's at rest. Well, no, because even when you move around your perspective. Yeah, it changes a whole bunch of shit. Yeah, I don't know. Aborum Prime. Well, I don't think we've been out this way. Good, good, good. Look at that. Thanks to Vasca, we now have 2 pips in grav jumping. I'm waiting for something to happen now, whenever we do this.
Stars are real.
You found me. I knew I made the right choice in letting you go.
Okay. Keeper Aquilus sent me to find the true meaning of unity. Time for round 2 then. Surrender or be destroyed. What do you mean? What do you mean?
Oh, please. Did you think I couldn't have found you again? Extinguished that little spark of competition for the artifacts before it grew stronger. I wanted to see what you would do. And I haven't been disappointed.
You're full of shit. You can't take me. My shotgun shoots explosions. What have you got? Walking? You tap the fucking caps lock key and press W? Very impressive. I've been able to do that since at least Morrowind. Alright. Time for round 2. Surrender or be destroyed.
I yield, Constellation.
Oh, you fucker. You fucker.
You should come aboard. There's another Starborn here who is very interested in meeting you.
Maybe it's the Pilgrim.
For myself.
Oh.
Constellation ship. You weren't invited to this meeting, but much of our conversation has been about you. It's only fitting you should join us. I will personally guarantee your safety as long as you come in peace.
Oh, okay. Just forget about that other shit I said.
Ceasefire meeting. Your one shot at getting those answers you must desperately want.
A ceasefire meeting, your one shot? Okay. Fine, I'll begin the docking procedure. However you do that with that kind of ship. I have no reason to trust the Starborn, any Starborn. A ceasefire meeting. Are the Starborn at war? And who's this Starborn that's guaranteeing my safety? Are you all at war?
Not a bad description, actually.
We'll
And who's this second Starborn that's guaranteeing my safety?
Let's just say they're very dedicated to stopping me from getting the artifacts. So if you don't trust me, well, they're your next best bet.
I know your encounters with our kind have not been pleasant, but we are here to talk, and you deserve answers.
Okay. I thought that they were just at war with me. Right? I thought that's what was going on. Okay, fine. I'll begin the docking procedure.
Good. See? We can all get along. For now.
Why are you saying this? You're the one who fucking killed Andrasia. Here we go. Oh, this is the docking hole. This is it. It just so happens that you got something like this.
Docked. Perfect.
Oh, I got XP just for docking. Okay. Well, I would very much like another point in ship command, but we'll wait. Okay. That's bored. Or I should probably eat and drink real quick, too. Getting to that point, huh? There we are. And let's just board. Oh, yeah, Sarah's not invited. Oh, fuck.
Hello. Again.
What a sinister
you remember
laugh.
the emissary, perhaps? And their ship, the Helix?
Oh, yeah!
I believe they ambushed you above Neon and demanded that artifact you worked so hard to gain.
I do remember that.
Thank you for the stellar introduction. Your success is unprecedented. Before you came, we were just discussing how continued use of force against you is unwise.
Yeah, damn right it is. All we ever wanted was to talk. You attacked us. Just tell me who you are, who the Starborn are. You attacked us.
Yes, we did.
Yeah. So
are
fuck
not
you.
A monolithic people. The Starborn are individuals. Some are united in cause. Others are in it for themselves.
Okay, fair enough.
We're all in it for ourselves. Some of us are just more honest. The emissary threatened your ship, demanded you hand over your artifact. How is that so different from what I did?
We needed to warn you off. Every encounter with one of our kind could spell disaster.
For whom, exactly? I say whoever can collect them should.
That doesn't justify murder. I agree. Killing you and taking your artifacts are both on my list. You're talking in circles. You're talking in circles, man! You're talking in circles! I came to learn about the Unity. I have to say this. Come on, I have to say you're talking in circles. You're talking in circles.
Yes. Let's talk about what really matters.
The Unity. You are on the path to it. It is a place, a gateway. It is where we were reborn.
I will admit, I did not think you would get
Fuck
this far.
off.
But then most of the settled systems can be quite confusing to me. Still.
Andrasia? It can't be you. I saw you die. This is some kind of cruel trick. Stay silent. Is this a fucking trick? Listen. Listen. Back when this game first fucking came out, what are we doing here? What are we doing here? Listen, I love to make a wild-ass theory about some shit, right? Every time we play any kind of narrative-heavy game, I love to just shoot my shit right off and see what sticks to the wall. Did I get the nail on the fucking head, like, within launch week? When did I come up with my wild-ass theory for Starfield? Right? When did I come up with my theory? I mean, sure, maybe it wasn't all-encompassing, and it got everything right. But how far out was it? That said, I don't think this is real, right? Is this shit for real? This is some kind of cruel trick.
I'm not who you think I am. This universe is only the first one you've been to. I've seen hundreds. Where I came from, I was the one who ran to the Eye. I left you behind to protect the artifacts, and the hunter killed you.
One of me, at least.
I collected the remaining artifacts, and they opened the way to the center of my universe, and the doorway to an infinite number of others. That is the Unity. When I stepped into it, I became a Starborn. It is how I've entered other worlds, including yours.
Holy shit, so then I was right. So this isn't Andrasia. This isn't my Andrasia. This is Andrasia. Or whatever. This is, I don't know. This is something that resembles Andrasia and sounds like Andrasia, but isn't. Right? It begs the question, what is an Andrasia? I need to see this Unity for myself. But both of you are trying to keep people from it. So this Unity is where the artifacts are from, the temples. So all of the fucking Starborn are people. They're humans. God! Did I not get it from the how far out from launch did I fucking get it? Was it in the pre-release part? Right? Where I was just guessing like, yeah, what if it's all people or something, right? What if it played... What the fuck was my theory way back then? It's been almost a year in real lifetime, right? But I had a fucking theory. Was it when we first got the artifact or first encountered the emissary, as it was? That like, what if they pull a fast one and do like a little trick or whatever, where it turns out, maybe we are alone, right? Maybe it is just us and ourselves. Okay. So you're from a different universe? You're a multiversal, traversal person? I need to see this Unity for myself. But both of you are trying to keep people from it. So this Unity is where the artifacts are from. The temples.
They are all connected.
So if I were doing this quest differently, and like, for instance, it really seemed like Sarah was going to die, would this have been Sarah Morgan? Or I should say someone who resembles Sarah Morgan to me in both somewhat appearance and somewhat voice? Right? Does this change depending on who dies? Or is it always, no matter what, is the emissary Andrasia? What if the hunter is... Wow. What if the hunter is fucking like Sarah or somebody? Or what if it's me? What if I am me? Think about that. What if I am me? Is this my first fucking rodeo, so to speak? Okay. But both of you are trying to keep people from it.
I have to. This is bigger than all of us. All the artifacts are needed to complete the armillary and open the way to the Unity. In every universe, the Starborn fight over them. Innocent people die. You've witnessed the power granted by the temples, the anarchy that can be unleashed. Someone has to decide who should get them.
Here it comes. The emissary tells you only the worthy should enter heaven.
You're twisting what I mean.
They're hypocrites. They use the chaos caused by the hunt for the artifacts to establish an order where they decide who's worthy. I attacked your lodge because I wanted the artifacts, and you held me off. You got away. That wasn't some morality play. You didn't survive because of righteousness. You won because of persistence, luck, and skill. As I have done, countless times.
I was also human once. But what does it matter who or what I was when eternity is within your grasp?
Well, okay. I guess we know who. Huh. But this time, Keeper Aquilus is a little fucked up, because look, scar over the eyeball is a little bit more prominent. I think he had one before, right? Keeper Aquilus? No, some other version of the same person. This can't be true. Aquilus is a man of peace. You're a monster. I'm nothing like you. You've been to the Unity multiple times? What does that mean? What does that mean?
It means I've seen thousands of universes, collected their artifacts, been to their temples. You have a small taste of their power, but it keeps going.
Man, I gotta say, I'm feeling like the smartest fucking man alive right about now. I can't believe... I mean, like I said, I didn't fully encompass the breadth of the situation with my wild prediction at the start of this, but I got pretty fucking close, didn't I? I got real fucking close, baby. Huh. I mean, I'm not prepared to call you a monster, because I don't know the degree to which this other organization, this, I don't know, are things Constellation? Is this gonna be like another, like, evil version, fucked up version of Constellation that we're dealing with? I don't know. Let's go with this. Keeper Aquilus? No. Some other version of the same person.
You're learning. My other self wants you to walk the path he walks. To give up. To appreciate the universe you have. Easy for a person who's seen everything, done everything. I think you should see it for yourself.
You've never come this far, not in all the universes I have seen. The path to the Unity is opening to you.
You're going to tip the scales one way or another. Better your hand be on one of our sides.
So I help one of you, we combine our artifacts, enter the Unity. I'm not helping someone who murdered my friend. Whatever war is going on between you two, I want no part in it. Well, I want to know more about it. I wish there was a fourth option here to ask more about that. Huh. So I help one of you, we combine our artifacts, enter the Unity.
Bingo.
I want a truce. Between all three of us. Give you some time to think over which approach to the Unity is the one you want. Mine, or the Hunters?
Yes. Let's see how willing you are to live under someone else's rules. Just remember, one of us isn't trying to judge you.
I mean, you're also judging me just in a different way, right? Through a more, like, I don't know, tactile, fundamental way. Okay. Sure. This is very fascinating. Huh. Alright. Which also, maybe this is the time to reveal my own secret. Maybe this is time for me to reveal my own secret about the Starfield playthrough, right? Something which, I guess if you don't want to know about this, because this is...
Before you leave, I want to give you something. A way to another artifact, but also a lesson in how dangerous they can be. Seek the moon of Old Earth. There are secrets there that you must discover for yourself. Here, to open the way.
Thank you. All I ever wanted was answers. You Starborn sure like your you must see for yourself nonsense. Fine. I'll see what I can find on the moon. Earth's moon? In the Sol System. In the Sol System? Yeah, totally, because they're fucking people. They're humans. Some weird shit happened or whatever when they were making the fucking grav drives or some shit, huh? It's gotta be tied to the fucking development of the grav drive, huh? It's gotta be. Earth's moon in the Sol System?
Yes. I will say no more.
Okay. Fine. I'll see what I can find on the moon.
That is all I ask.
I'll still be able to talk to you, alright? Just because I'm walking over here.
You should also talk to your colleagues in Constellation. I am sure they have gathered more information on the remaining artifacts in the fringes of space. Part of me wonders what they will all say about what you have learned. But I will leave that to you.
Okay. Well, I can still talk to you, alright? I assume. Right? Hang on. Let's see here.
I'm sure Constellation will be eager to hear what we've told you.
Okay, yeah, so I can talk. Alright, good. So, my big reveal is something that's probably very obvious, right? Skip this if you don't want a spoiler, right? But, part of the game was spoiled for me. And I assume was spoiled for a lot of people, right? And I am no exception to this. I have tried, since I learned it, I've tried to hide it for the sake of people who maybe haven't been exposed to it, right? But I think it was quite unavoidable, and honestly, in my case, I feel like it's a little unfortunate that it was discussed so openly and broadly. I learned this a little bit after the, like, early access period of the game, because fucking everybody was just openly talking about this shit, and I feel like it was such a mistake on everyone's part to be doing this, because it would have been so cool to just bump into it yourself. I don't know the entirety of the Unity. I don't know what the fuck the exact specifics are, but I do know, and based on shit that we're piecing together, especially right now, I know that Starfield has a New Game Plus. I've known for a long-ass time, like I said, around, what do you call it? Since like a month or so after official launch, not since I started making videos, because of course, you know, I pre-ordered and shit, and I got the early access period of whatever the fuck. I forgot, I don't even remember how long that was. But I know that Starfield has a New Game Plus. I don't know the exact specifics of it, but it really sounds like the Unity is like the key to it, right? I've deliberately tried to not look into it, but this is information that was just unavoidable, right? So many videos, articles, so much shit was talking about and discussing Starfield having New Game Plus that if you were in any way, I think, clued into, like, I don't know, video games in any fashion, right? If you were in some way, like, I like to look at I like video games, thus I'm an enthusiast for this hobby, I feel like it's extremely likely, I would be surprised if anybody didn't know that Starfield had a new game plus. Well, come to find out, here's this Unity situation. It sounds very much, especially based off of those writings, that we're talking new game plus shit. People from other universes, we're talking new game plus shit, right? We're talking about loops, we're talking about new game pluses, shit like that is going on. This is, just to get everybody now on the same sort of wavelength, right? I think, like I said, I think it's unfortunate that this happened, that it got out massively, but what can you fucking do, right? Like I talked before in an in real life video, sort of about spoilers, sometimes it's just an unavoidable fact of shit, right? I was unable to sort of keep myself from it, because it was in so many places, people talking about, Starfield has a new game plus, everything you need to know about new game plus. And even though I intentionally opted into, I don't want to know about it, but thanks for letting me know that it exists. I guess for the first time in forever that BGS game has a new game plus. Thanks for rubbing that one out there, right? Thanks for spoiling that little fucking chestnut, literally everyone on the internet, right? It was so unavoidable, right? Even from places that you wouldn't expect, from individuals that you wouldn't expect, put out a little video or whatever and be like, oh, this is what I think how you should proceed with Starfield's new game plus. I remember people debating oh, should you immediately rush to it? Should you just play like normal? And of course, obviously, I'm just gonna play the game like fucking normal, right? I don't want to know anything about it. I want to act as if I didn't know, as if you didn't ruin this for me, right? But nonetheless, now we're all on the same page, right? I know about Starfield's new game plus. I don't know the specifics of it. Like I said, every time I've seen a thumbnail or article lead or someone started talking about it on a podcast, I immediately stopped that shit or looked the other way or something. I avoided it at all costs, right? But just so we're completely transparent. And of course, like I said, the reason why I've been hiding it up till now is for the sake of other people who maybe somehow miraculously avoided this, I was not able to avoid it, so I would be shocked if anyone else was. Maybe people who aren't super duper into games, but are into BGS games, who aren't following a whole bunch of, YouTube channels that talk about games, press, personalities on social media, shit like that, because it was everywhere. It was everywhere, dude. It was fucking everywhere. It was unavoidable. At least for me. But nonetheless, like I said, I'm glad to finally have all this on the same page, because it seems like it is so heavily alluded to here, right? So we're just putting two together. So now, all that I know. Anyway, we're going a little long, but I can't resist. We're going to go a little bit longer. I want to talk to them both.
You might think the emissary is on your side, but your persistence is what forced them to tell you the truth. Remember that.
Yeah. Yeah, I 100% don't think that the Hunter is quite as fucked up as they first seem. I think that they're fucked up, but not quite as fucked up as you would think. Okay.
The emissary and their kind only want to control you.
Emissary?
Go to Earth's moon. Follow the path to the artifact.
What happens when you enter the Unity?
It is not an easy experience to describe, but the Unity will speak to you, offer you the chance to become Starborn.
This is what I was wondering.
You will be leaving this universe behind to be reborn. Everything you were before will be gone. Maybe that is why it offers the choice. Compassion, or is it testing us?
Okay, so yeah, they all but say it here. Yeah, they all but say it, that there is a new game plus. This is where you would, I guess, theoretically learn, right? Though, I guess if you were first playing the game, right, and you didn't yet know, you could think like, oh, the game has a finite ending. You know, it has an ending like Fallout 3 pre-Broken Steel. It has an ending like New Vegas, you know? If you want to keep playing after you finish the game, you'll just have to load a former save, right? That would be what I would have thought had I not had information not poured out, not leaked, but poured out about this from all sources. Okay. But yeah, what I was wondering when I said earlier, is this my first rodeo? What if I'm already one of them, right? This is shit I don't know. Throughout the game, right, I keep talking about, like, isn't it fucking weird how we're just kind of a minor? We just have a rough background where it's never fully acknowledged how I don't fully know everything, right? It seems like we're in a weirdly fish out of water situation. What the fuck is going on? What if I am Starborn already? It sounds like I'm not, but maybe they don't know. What if I'm more fucking Starborn than any of these fuckers, huh? What if I'm already Starborn and they don't even know? Right? What if that's been me? You know? Who was I in your universe? What was I like?
Different. I never know who you are when I meet a new version. But so much of you stays the same. It is hard, but each universe is precious in its own way. Mine will never have its original you in it again, as yours won't have its real me.
Oh, I died in yours. Huh. So maybe I'm not as special as, right? I'm equivocal. Right? I'm equivocal to you, other than the fact that maybe you're in some sort of, what did the Hunter call it? Some sort of Starborn society. I forgot what the name was. So you try to protect the artifacts, keep them from being abused?
You've seen the terror the Hunter causes. Every time a Starborn goes through the Unity, they get more artifacts, find more temples, gain more power. We can't let more like him abuse these gifts to destroy whatever is in their way.
What exactly is the armillary?
When all of the artifacts are assembled, the device they create is called the armillary. In many ways, it's a model of the multiverse itself. Through it,
it's a model of the multiverse?
And from there, you can become Starborn.
Huh. So who put them all out there in the first place? Right? How did they all get out there? That's the big question. Okay. Hello?
The Unity is meant for whomever can get there. Don't fall for that talk of worthiness.
What is the Unity to you? Why kill for it?
Whoever created the artifacts and built those temples is playing a game with us. One whose prize is access to the center of all creation. There are no rules. Whoever gets all the pieces wins. And I've won. Over and over. I don't kill for the Unity. I find the easiest pathway to it.
Right, you're like a player approach. Right, you're a type of a way of playing the game. Also, with regards to I won, let me also clarify with my talk of knowing about New Game Plus. My wild theory that I devised, that was before I knew. I really fucking came up with the humans are the aliens situation. That was just me. That was all me. I won. That was all me. That was all me doing batshit stuff, coming up with shit, pulling shit out of my ass, throwing it at the wall, and guess what? We got a damn near fucking bullseye with that. That was before I knew about this shit, before it was leaking out, pouring out, right? All that was pure concentrate, baby. Why did you attack us?
I've simply found that it's the quickest way. Talking, forming alliances. waiting for the right moment to commit theft. It's all so tiresome. I'll admit, you getting away has been the most interesting thing to happen in quite some time. As soon as I realized what had happened, I knew I needed to wait until this meeting with the emissary to decide what to do about you.
After you attacked the lodge, you let me go. Why?
To see what would happen, of course. You might not understand just how many times I've done this. Usually, you're the one who ends up dead, and whoever cries over your body goes on to become the emissary. Sometimes I manage to get you all bunched up and take care of the problem in one go. Sometimes the emissary has gotten to me first, and I never arrive. Hundreds and hundreds of variations of me, hacking through Constellation. And it's almost never you. You making it to your ship on your own. It's new.
Really?
I took it as a sign. I don't get many of those anymore.
Really? So we're the dog shit one. I love being dog shit. I love it. I love being the worst one out of them all, right? I love that like being a loser, being like what makes you unique, right? I love that conceit. I have to wonder though, like, God, we're even worse than Mateo. Mateo has had it happen. Jesus Christ. Huh. What I think would be really cool and fascinating is if they made all of this shit canon in the sense that it never happened until now, but now that Starfield the game is out, it has happened a shitload. For some reason, the player character was dying in all these versions forever endlessly. But then, now that Starfield the game is out, it is now completely inverted in that it won't stop happening, right? They should make it to where, yes, suddenly, player character keeps having it happen. They keep being the one to suddenly, like, not die, to go through with all of this, right? To be the chosen one, as it were. Right, before Starfield the game was out and players were playing the game, it never happened. But now, it's all that happens. That would be fascinating. And explore, like, something pulling the strings behind the scenes, right? It could be like a stand-in for the creative director or writers or whatever on the team, or just the development team as a whole, you know, for deciding to make it that way. It could get very meta in that sense. Huh. All right. And maybe they will go there. Maybe they'll go there before long. Like I said, I don't know the full breadth of the situation. I only know what I've said. You called the emissary a hypocrite. Why?
They enter the Unity, take artifacts from others, employ force. All the things I do. I am many things, but I would never tell anyone what to do with their gifts. That is your decision, not someone else's. The emissary wants to become the judge of who gets to enter, but the Unity itself doesn't judge.
Weird. You almost view the Unity as, like, sacred, as, like, sacrosanct. Which, fair enough. Right? True to the Keeper Aquilus that we know, that tracks, right? Huh. You had this meeting because of me.
No, we always end up having this meeting at this time. But it's the usual affair. Can we make peace? No. Oh, how tragic. Honestly, I was beginning to wonder why I kept attending. And it's bad habit I started a long time ago. Perhaps I just like meeting the emissary to gloat. provided something quite new to talk about. Maybe you're a random die roll. Or maybe the Unity is finally responding to all my hard work.
Yeah, because otherwise the Unity is like a material object, right? It isn't, as far as we know, sapient or sentient in any way. But maybe there's room to believe that it is? And now it makes sense why they refer to each other as titles, because... Yeah, because it's the role, right? The hunter is the role. The emissary is the role, you know? Someone always ends up being an emissary. Here we're meeting an emissary who is Andrasia, but just as well, it could have been, I assume it's whoever dies, right? So they would still be the emissary, and they would always behave like the emissary because they are the emissary. But who they were before then could have been anybody. Is the same also true for the hunter? I feel as if maybe the hunter is always Keeper Aquilus, but there is no reason why it couldn't be someone else. You know? Just as is the case for me, for my character, right? Whoever is the player character could be anybody. You know? Just as it had been, apparently. It's been other people who have been standing here. Like, the weird exception is that it's never been us, the player character. It's always been another member of Constellation. What I find fascinating is that this is all very Constellation-centric. Except for the hunter, right? If anything, the hunter is like the odd one out. How did Keeper Aquilus get involved in all this? I guess it was by way of Mateo, huh? Right? Maybe there's some universe in which Mateo goes to the Keeper and then everything spins out from there, like the Keeper Aquilus. Well, because how would Keeper Aquilus know about the Pilgrim and all that? And better yet, who is the Pilgrim? Maybe they're a former member of Constellation, right? We know that there's some mysterious shit going on with other members of Constellation before our time. Remember, yeah, the founder of Constellation, the original founder, is missing, right? Nobody knows their exact fate? Huh. But now all the mysterious Starborn that we know, I guess other than Agent No One, right? But now we all have an identity for them. Or at least an identity that they used to hold before they took on a title and played a role, as it were. This is very fascinating shit. Okay. It's interesting to me that so many... We got a... How many games did we get last year in 23 that sort of focused and dwelt upon loops and meta-narratives, right? I would say if this is interesting to you, it's no surprise as well if you know the first thing about it. But Alan Wake 2 is also about looping, right? Very, very much recommend looking into that game. And out of fear of spoiling anything else, I'm not going to say anything else other than what is very much like at the forefront of it. Fascinating shit. Okay. Shit, I guess we'll call it here a bit of a longer one, but kind of necessary because this is some wild shit popping off. I'm glad that they have hidden their faces because I definitely want to use them for screenshots, and I definitely don't want to sort of take away a surprise from anyone else, because, like I said, them being who they are, I didn't know that, right? I knew about... It seemed as if they were more important than they were, but I didn't know to this degree, right? Specifically Keeper Aquilus. I had no idea about Andrasia or maybe whatever dead Constellation member there is. Yeah. Kind of wild. What's really interesting is, like, this feels like a sort of end of the line reveal. Like, what's coming next? Like, it feels like everything is out in the open, and now it's just a matter of getting the shit together. Oh, very fascinating. All right. When next we return, we should probably get the artillery on the ship, huh? To at least look at it. Apparently we can physically see it somewhere in some fashion or another. We'll definitely do that, and when next we return, we'll carry on with the main story quest. It's really heating up. Until next time, please take care of each other.